Jeff and I are going to be going camping this week, and before we start packing, I like to do some big batch cooking. Some things that we can have that when we're having a long day on the road, we can eat something that's delicious and nutritious. And it's also important to eat plenty of fiber too when you're on vacation. And what works the best for us is my homemade chili. And it's so easy. I make a big crock pot worth. And what I like to do,
a lot of beans in there.
Yeah, and I like a variety of beans. So I'll do 2 cans of black beans. I'll dump in there. And I'll dump 2 cans of any kind of white beans, either the navy beans or I could use lima beans, whatever, but I like to have a couple of cans of white beans.
Now, do you have to be in the Navy to use those beans?
No. And I also like the dark red kidney beans that you usually find in chili. And the reason that I do, and I'll add a big can of pinto beans too. And the reason that I do 4 different varieties of beans is because they're different colors and they're going to have different micronutrients in it.
Now it looks
so
to me
I like
like
to have a variety of beans.
You rinse these or something because I don't see the juices.
Oh yeah, I do drain. I drain the juice out and then I pour them in. Because I have a special juice that I use for my chili. My secret is V8.
I could have had a V8?
Yeah! And the V8 juice has a whole bunch of different vegetables in it, as well as tomatoes. And you can get the regular high sodium one, but I like to use the low sodium one.
So you just drained the beans. You didn't actually rinse them, right?
No, I didn't rinse them. I just drained them.
Oh, okay.
But you could rinse them if you really wanted to get a lot of salt out. But I just drained them and poured those in. Then I'm going to put in 2 cans of V8 juice.
And what else?
And then I also like to put meat in my chili. Some people like to use like ground turkey or whatever, but you know what? Jeff really loves his meat. And so I do ground. I find the best, highest quality of ground hamburger that I can. I usually, what I got today was a ground sirloin, and I like to buy it when it says manager special because it's the last day they can sell it, and I'll get a bunch of dollars off of it. And I usually do that 85% lean. If I go leaner than that, Jeff complains.
I do.
He does. So I do 85% lean, and when I stir fry my meat, I put in a couple of big onions and stir fry it together. And I also put a bunch of spices.
Let me hold it close so they can smell it. Smell that.
Yeah, and I also put a bunch of spices in. I spice the meat, and then I also spice the beans.
Say hi to Terry McKibben.
Oh my gosh, hi Terry. Good to see you. I've been looking for you at church.
Oh.
I sit in the same section.
And Dan said, damn, it smells good.
It is so good, you guys, and it's so easy because I'm just dumping in cans of beans. I throw in a little bit of onion salt, a little bit of cayenne pepper.
Onion salt?
Cayenne pepper.
Okay.
And you know what? If you don't like it too hot, don't add any cayenne pepper. But if you like it super spicy, add a bunch.
I like it spicy.
Yeah, Jeff likes it spicy. I also put in some minced garlic when I stir fry my ground hamburger. And I'll add a little bit of minced garlic into the pot as well.
Aiko Chan says, food so good.
Yeah. And I love ground cumin. The cumin really makes it special. And chili powder.
Yes.
And then I also throw in a little bit of freshly ground black pepper. Now, sometimes, and that's really all the spices you need in chili. But I also add a 1/4 cup of brown sugar.
Brown sugar.
Because it just makes it so flavorful. Just have that little bit of sweet with the spicy.
And that's not a lot to put in this gigantic crock pot here.
It's
It's the biggest crock pot, I think.
And I've got 2 pounds of hamburger and a bunch of onions and stuff to add in that. So a 1/4 cup is really 4 tablespoons of sugar. So it's really not a lot of sugar, but it does make a difference. So I add this in as well. And then every now and again, if I have some interesting spices, I might throw in like Epicure's Cajun fries. I might have Southwest spices that has a little bit of lime in it or something like that, if I have it in the house. But the main ingredients truly are these right here. That's all you need, with a couple of cans of V8 juice, and you let it simmer in the crock pot for at least 4 hours.
I'm not going to hold this camera for 4 hours, Gina.
No. So I just wanted to give you just a quick rundown. This is what I put in my chili.
So if they were doing this at home, they would just drop all the stuff into the crock pot?
Just drop it in the
crock pot. Put it in there on what?
You can have it on high for 4 hours, or you can simmer it for low all day long. And just let those flavors blend. And it's so good to take on the road. You can put it on a hot dog and have a chili dog. You could put it over a baked potato if you want to microwave a baked potato.
Those baked scoops. You know, those little chips, baked scoops. They aren't even too bad for you. They're chips, but they're not bad for you chips.
We always order a big box.
That's pretty.
Of baked scoops on Amazon.
Yes, we do.
And if you want to find them, we do have it on our Amazon.com/shop/anchor moments, and we put some of our favorite stuff. But we love these.
And how many calories are in that?
110. And we take a bunch of these on the road with us too. So we'll make like our own chili nachos. Now, Jeff,
those are easy to take in the van.
Exactly. And if you want to make Cincinnati chili.
No, I don't.
Which Jeff hates Cincinnati chili, but I love it. So some days I eat just my regular chili, and other days, just in my bowl, I'll put a sprinkle of cinnamon in it. And the cinnamon makes it Cincinnati chili. And it's an entirely different flavor when you add a little bit of cinnamon to it.
Aren't you supposed to put it on spaghetti or something?
Yeah,
crazy?
And then you put the chili over spaghetti noodles is how they do it.
You do Frito chips on top or something?
I don't know if they add but they'll add cheddar cheese and onion. They call that four-way.
I like regular
But it's really
chili.
good. So sometimes I'll do Cincinnati chili just for me.
Some people like it.
Right, and not
trying to dish you.
Yeah, but you can do that separately.
Yeah, so that's a good idea to be able to put it in separately, and then everyone doesn't have to like the same thing.
Right, but what's neat about it is it makes so many meals that's really high in fiber and very much high in flavor.
Now, how do you bring this with you
on the? Too.
How do you bring it with you?
I'll put it in little containers.
Do you have one already frozen?
Do I have any already frozen?
Well, you can show one out of here that might have something close to it.
I don't know. Do you think I have
one? I think you might. I think you may. Look over there. Something like that. Here, just bring that over. Is that
true? I think this is my beans, my black beans and...
But we just put it into one of these containers, and you can do small ones, big ones, freeze them, and put them in your freezer of your... We're going to put them in the freezer of our van.
Here's some chili that I made last time.
She was a liar. Here it is.
And that's the size I usually like to take camping.
So because we have the bigger size
and easier to stack
and the smaller one is easier to put in the van. There we go.
Wow. I'm glad I still had one of those left and that you knew that, Jeff.
So is there anything else you want to tell people before we sign off here?
I think that's it. I'm hoping my kids will watch this video one day because this recipe, I make it a lot when the kids come over and they absolutely love it. And I also make it for neighborhood potlucks. But it is great to take on the road because there's so many different ways you can eat it each day so you don't get tired of it and you get all that good fiber and protein. All right, well, we'll be doing some more lives on the road soon. And we'll take you on some great adventures with us. We're finally going to be traveling in grace.
You know what we should also do?
What, Jeff?
When we finally eat this, we should put another video on where we're actually enjoying it in the van at a campsite.
At a campsite. Yeah. Absolutely. Okay. All right. Well, everyone have a wonderful week. Our next one will be on the road. Bye-bye.